Bali. Beautiful turquoise beaches, luscious green jungles, exciting culture, beautifully spirited locals and amazing food and nightlife. And all this at a fraction of what life will cost in the Western civilization. Who wouldn't want to live there? But how, you might ask yourself? If you're planning a trip to Bali, or if you want to live there for a month, 3 months, or indefinitely, then this video is for you. I'm going to talk about all the topics from getting to Bali, where to stay in Bali, how much living in Bali will cost, and how to get around in Bali. On top of that, I'll show you how to stay connected, and I'm going to show you a travel hack, how to get there far cheaper. Let's get this going. Before we jump into this video, smash the thumbs up button for this topic and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. If you're already subscribed, be sure to have the notifications turned on. So let's jump right into this video. Hi, my name is Mike. I'm a travel addict, travel hacker, and travel vlogger. We just got back from a 2-month trip through Southeast Asia and spent 1 month living in Bali. Today I will show you everything we learned on this trip to Bali and the month we spent there. Number 1 on the list is places to stay and places you need to visit. And right on top of that list is Ubud. Ubud is the spiritual center of Bali, and you will find the most temples in Ubud and the surrounding areas. Ubud is a mystical place with the scent of smoke in the air and the sound of temples, dancers, and traditional music streaming throughout the streets. But Ubud has much more to offer than that. If you're looking for peaceful hideaways, energizing yoga experiences, or amazing local and Western cuisine, Ubud has got you covered. Ubud also has a few stunning coffee shops. My favorite coffee shops in Ubud are Anomaly Coffee and Monkey Cave Coffee. Anomaly Coffee has blazing fast internet with 60 megs up and 60 megs down. That means if you're a digital entrepreneur or a digital nomad, you can stay connected when working from Anomaly Coffee. And if it's food you're looking for, these are our favorite food spots in Ubud. Number 1 are all the restaurants from Lokavara, meaning Lokavara to go, and their new restaurant Nusantara. Also be sure to visit their cocktail bar, which is the Night Rooster. They have amazing bespoke cocktails and great food dishes to eat between the cocktails. We also really love the Watercress in Bali and Juan Local. Best coffee shops, as I mentioned, are Anomaly Coffee, Monkey Cave Coffee, and the Yellow Flower Cafe. As far as places to stay, we really love the Shambhala Moon Villas and the Chedi Club Villas. Those are luxury villas in Ubud. If you're there for a special occasion, that's the place to go. If you're on a tight budget, the Rome co-living space is absolutely amazing. The rooms are like hotel rooms, but you have an area to wash your clothes, there's a community kitchen, ton of events, and they have an own cafe with great internet and great coffee. As far as being a digital nomad, Rome Ubud is the place to go. Another budget hotel but with amazing rooms are the Yati cottages in Ubud. You'll find all of the hotels linked below in the description. Now, what things should you do while you're in Ubud? Definitely visit the waterfalls surrounding Ubud. Then take a trip to the rice terraces. The monkey temple is absolutely stunning, but be sure that you have all your valuables tucked away because the monkeys are cheeky and they will steal your stuff. Next up on places to stay is Canggu. Canggu is an up and coming area of Bali with tons of brand new restaurants and coffee shops. Also, you'll find Finn's Beach in Canggu. Finn's Beach is a beach club that has a lot to offer. Check out our vlog from the day we spent at Finn's Beach Club, pop up right here. Canggu is perfect for digital nomads as internet is generally fast. There's an abundance of coffee shops to work from and the apartments and villas are currently cheaper than in other areas. Our favorite restaurants are Milk and Mandu, and our favorite places to stay are the Puri Beji and an Airbnb that are linked down below. Next up is North Kuta. North Kuta is another one of my favorite places to stay in Bali, just because of its convenience. It's very close to Seminyak, Canggu, and South Kuta. Has amazing restaurants, coffee shops, and grocery stores, and is way less expensive than Seminyak or Canggu. Our favorite restaurants are the Lantern Bali, Nostimo Greek, Livingstone, and Barbacoa. And our favorite coffee shops are again Livingstone and the Moose Espresso. Up next is Seminyak. Now, Seminyak is the most touristy area of Bali, so it can get very hectic. But at the same time, you have an endless choice of restaurants and coffee shops to choose from. I would not recommend getting a hotel or a villa in Seminyak as that's going to be very expensive. And it's easy to reach Seminyak from the surrounding areas if you have a scooter. Two spots we really love in Seminyak is Kind Community and Expat Coffee Roasters. Next up, Jimbaran. Jimbaran is more or less the gate to southern Bali. There are far less coffee shops and restaurants to visit and work from, but the coastal line along the southern part of Bali is stunning, and the close proximity to the big temple Pura Luhur are absolutely awesome. Our favorite coffee shop is Suka Espresso, and our favorite restaurants are Opia Bali and Kuka restaurant. For more details on the restaurants and coffee shops and the full list of our recommendations, be sure to hit the link down below to Nelly's blog. She wrote a whole article about food and coffee in Bali, so go check that out. The next place I want to recommend to you guys is a very special place. I'm talking about Nusa Island. Now, most people travel to Bali and never actually leave the main island of Bali, but the Nusa Islands are just a half-an-hour speedboat ride away from Bali, and the trip is well worth it. Nusa Islands consist of the three islands Nusa Lembongan, Nusa Cenigan and Nusa Penida. There are so many amazing places to visit on those islands. You can visit each island for a day trip, but we recommend staying on each island for 2 to 3 days, just to experience amazing places like Devil's Tear, Kelingkling Beach or Crystal Bay and many more. The 2 days we spent in Nusa Penida were 2 of the most amazing days in my whole life. Please be sure to check out the vlogs from those 2 days, which I'll link right up here. Next up is how much money will you need to stay in Bali or live in Bali. Now, depending on your budget, accommodation in Bali will cost anywhere from $15 per night or $450 per month for accommodation in a private room, and it'll go up to $50 per night or $1,500 per month for a luxury villa. And of course, you'll also find everything in between. My recommendation, if you're planning on going to Bali for longer periods of time, book yourself an Airbnb for the first 1 or 2 weeks and then find a place for a longer term while you're in Bali, because it'll make it easier for you to negotiate a price when you're there. Trust me, this will save you a ton of money. Next up, getting around in Bali. The only proper way of getting around in Bali is by scooter. Getting around in a car will take a lot of time as traffic is bad and the ride is bumpy. Scooters are so much faster and surprisingly more comfortable. It takes a few moments getting used to riding in Bali, but once you are in the flow, it is the most amazing form of transportation. A scooter will cost you around $40 to $90 per month depending on where you rent it from and for how long you want to rent it. If you're on a budget, keep in mind that negotiating is almost expected in Bali. My personal recommendation for scooter is the Honda Scoopy. Nelly and I fell in love with this little scooter when we were in Bali, and we rented it wherever we could. Next up is staying connected. There are a few good internet providers in Bali that will offer you prepaid data cards and also talk and text. If you're looking for the most convenient option, then Simjack is the one for you. You can order your SIM card online on simjack.com and have them deliver your activated SIM card directly to the arrivals hall, or they'll even bring it to your hotel. Again, if you're on a budget, I would go to a Kmart or to a Minimart and buy yourself a Telecomsel SIM card. This is a little bit cheaper than Simjack and has amazing LTE and 4G data speeds. Tourist and transit visas on arrival are available to most nationals. A transit visa valid up to 7 days is available for $10, and a tourist visa for up to 30 days is available for $25. A visa on arrival is usually not extendable and cannot be transferred into other visas, so if you decide to stay longer, you'll have to leave the country and re-enter. You can apply for a 60-day visa before traveling to Bali from your country of residence. Once you arrive in Bali, you'll be permitted to stay 60 days. If you don't have an embassy that will issue a 60-day visa, you can use the surrounding countries around Indonesia like Singapore or Malaysia. Usually it will take around 3 days to get this visa, and your passport has to be valid for 12 more months from time of applying for the visa. You'll need 2 passport photos and a picture of the first page of your passport. If you're planning on staying in Bali for longer than 60 days, then the social cultural visa is for you. I've linked resources below where you can find further information on this visa, and also some references where you can get a lawyer to help you with processing this visa. So this process of getting a longer visa might seem tedious, but keep in mind that the cost of living in Bali is around $1,000 per month compared to $2,500 across the US. Next up, I'm gonna share a travel hack with you guys and show you how you can get to Bali much cheaper. Denpasar is the main airport in Bali, and generally speaking, Denpasar is not a very cheap airport to fly to. So depending on your country of residence, a flight from New York to Bali is going to be rather expensive. Very often, you won't even get a direct flight from the US to Bali or from Europe to Bali. You'll always have a stopover in between. So instead of booking a flight that's routed through another airport, why not book a flight flight to a cheaper airport within Asia and then book a separate ticket from that airport to Denpasar. We did this on our recent trip to Bali. We booked a ticket from Austria to Bangkok and then from Bangkok to Bali. With this booking method, we actually paid half the price as it would have costed to buy a ticket from Vienna to Bali directly, which anyway would have gone via Doha or Bangkok. Guys, I hope the information I gave you in this video is useful to you. If it is, leave a thumbs up and say hi in the comments down below. If you have other travel hacks or travel tips for Bali, also let us know in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing day. Goodbye.